today we will be talking about the 9 principles that help me become successful. Right off the bat, I've got my notes here. Please bear with me because your aunt is old school. First and foremost, remove yourself from toxic environment and set boundaries with people. I cannot emphasize this. If you are in a toxic environment, you're not comfortable at home, and people are just so toxic, negative, doesn't believe in you, questions your identity, and make you feel small, and you feel like you're shrinking your ability when you are with them, please move out straight away. The sooner you move out, the better, because you can think clearly. Your mind needs reset. You know why we want to go to hotels? Because it's peaceful. And when it's peaceful, your mind is just calm. And when your mind is calm, you can think clearly. Okay, number 2, plan ahead. Start early and so you can finish early. A lot of us, especially myself, I needed to learn my lesson the hard way because I love to procrastinate. Everyone loves procrastinating, but hey, I realized that the more we procrastinate, the more time we waste. Let me say that again. The more we procrastinate, the more time we waste. If I have decided to apply in Australia for like 10 years ago, I could have been a permanent resident early in my life. But since I just decided to come in this country in the year 2022, it took me 4 years before I get my permanent residency. Everything takes time, but if you plan ahead and you start early, you will eventually arrive in your destination early on, my friends. Number 3, develop a strategy and make a system. Now, what do I mean by this? Say, for example, if you are studying for an exam, you can't just think about, okay, I'm gonna study and whenever I have time and then take the mock test and then see how it goes and then pray before the exam. Like, dude, that's not a strategy. It is not a system. A system is something that you planned out, you commit, and then you do that thing that you plan out consistently over a period of time. Say, for example, I failed my PTE exam, an English exam, 3 times in here. It costed me nearly $500 per repeat of the exam. My gosh, too much money wasted, too much stress and time and effort wasted. If I had only developed my system of studying at least 3 times a day, let me repeat that one. Let me, my mind is just everywhere. I have committed to study 3 hours 4 times a week after work. Yes, you hear it right. 3 hours 4 times a week. 3 weeks before my exam, I have decided I need to take the what do you call this one? The mock tests. And the mock test was 2 hours. Oh, 2 hours every time I come from work, I come from my school, I still need to study for my English exam. And at that time, dude, it didn't feel comfortable, I tell you. I was so tired. I needed to buy soda, chips, chocolate just to make me feel awake and commit to studying because I don't want to study. Who wants to study when you're very tired? But we have a goal and we are developing a system, because when you have a system, it will eventually bring you the results that you want because you are consistently doing it. And when I developed that system, that's when I was able to reach the highest score I needed, which was the superior score for my English exam. And that was the reason I got my permanent residency, because I had more points. Okay, next principle. Be patient. Rejection is a redirection. Let me repeat. Be patient, okay? Because rejection is redirection. I know. It's so hard to wait, especially in the waiting season when you have given all your effort every day applying for a job, checking Indeed, checking Seek. 4 times a day, you are exhausted scrolling for a new job that you can potentially apply, doing everything you can, editing the cover letter, sending every time, and still not getting the interview that you are longing for. Time goes by, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, even months, you're not getting the interview that you wanted, and it is frustrating. It makes you believe that the wait will essentially, not failure. I shouldn't say failure, but sometimes we think that our struggle is a failure. But it's not. A struggle is part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. But I always need to remind myself every time I'm desperate of applying a company, I receive an interview. Let's say I receive an interview. Yeah, I receive a scheduled interview for Monday, 10 a.m., blah, blah, blah. And then I didn't get the job that I want. And that happens sometimes, especially when I'm very, desperate with a job. Like, I really need this job, I really like this, but then later on you didn't get it and you're so frustrated and you felt bad because you think like that's your last option. No, the sky is the limit. You have a lot of options. You just need to find the job that is for you. Understand that rejection is a redirection, okay, my friends? May it be relationship, job opportunities, or business failures. Like, it's okay to be defeated at times. You have to acknowledge that feeling at least. But later on, when you move past that acceptance feeling and denial stage, do your best to not give up. And keep moving, keep applying, okay? The world is your oyster. There will always be an opportunity for you if you don't give up. The next principle, ladies and gentlemen, is surround yourself with positive people. I needed to surround myself with positive people. Thank God I've got a partner who's very supportive, who prays with me and who understands all my situations and even support me whenever I can't really support myself, or even those times when it's so much struggle to even lift myself up from the struggle. I felt like I was drowning, but then there's this person who lifts you up and pulls you up when you're drowning and reminds you that, hey, we can do it, you can do it. It's okay to feel exhausted, it's okay to feeling down, but life moves on and your future is brighter than today. Struggle is temporary, but you need people who will remind you that you are capable of doing it. You need people who believes in your very crazy ideas. I love those people, but they are very few. Why? Because not everyone is the same, apparently. You get shitty advice from shitty people. You get dodgy advice from dodgy people. But you get wise advice from wise people. You get positive advice from positive people. See the difference? I understand that some of us, even women, are saying, oh, I'm strong, independent. I don't need people, to guide me along the way. You need somebody who lifts you up, at least one or two person who knows your struggle, who knows your story, and doesn't even judge you with your life. Because No man is an island. And we need somebody who understands us and lift us up whenever we are down. Alrighty, number 7 on the list. This is very important. Don't keep looking back at the past. I know. Your ex cheated on you. Your ex hurt you. Your friend took your business. Your parents call you shitty when you were young. Your co-worker is a gossiper. Your management is the most unconventional, unsupportive management you've ever felt in your entire 30 years of experience. I understand. Okay, but if you move past that feeling of hurt inside your heart, it's not good to always look back, because when you look back, it reminds you of the pain. And when you are reminded of the pain, the wound inside your heart, which is already scarred and healed, starts to reopen. And when it's reopened, you feel the sting again of the wound. And you start to develop hatred again with those people. And that affects your mental health. Remember, you have a goal to achieve. You cannot afford to be distracted. And anger and resentment is a feeling of distraction that's not good for you. Whenever you achieve something, whenever you're working for something, you have to make sure that you protect this space, the mental space, because everything that's in here affects your goals, your body, your spirit, and everything. So what's in here, you need to protect, because there's only one you. And make sure this brain is on its safety net and it's protected. Okay, you have to stop overthinking, stop tolerating. Sometimes when I'm not really comfortable of a topic that my friends are opening up about, a shitty situation that we've experienced in the past from other people, I usually stand up bravely. I tell them, I understand this is an interesting topic, but I don't want to dwell on it. If it's okay for everyone, let's move on and find something better to talk to. Because I am protecting my brain and I don't want anyone to ruin my life, and my focus is on my goal. And my goal is to get the residency, get a house, get a job, study, and everything. Okay. Oh, my throat is drying. Number 8, second to the last. This is very important. You have to pray specifically and pray about your goals, your journey, your feelings. Let me tell you a story. The other day, I was so down and desperate and hurt and anxious because I don't have a job. I'm being very vulnerable with you. I don't want to work at the hospital. I don't want to work in aged care. I'm very picky at this season. Because I am picky, I've got less options where to work. And I've been applying for a job for more than a month. I'm only getting very few invitations for interview, but then I realized I can't do those jobs because it's too far, or it's not good for me. There was one time I was in my room at 8 p.m. in the evening. I just exhaustedly turned on my lamp, took my Bible, knelt on the floor, and with a heavy heart I told God, it's heavy. Everything is just heavy, Lord. I know that you are the God who provides. I know that you have a better plan for me. I know that You are capable of giving me everything I need. I know that to you everything is possible, but today I just feel so down and I don't really see. I am struggling to see your plan for me, and I need you to help me see it. Because with my current situation, I'm feeling so down. I am struggling and I need your help. I just don't want to accept any job because I'm desperate to get a job. You cannot just get or drink a poison because you're thirsty. I cannot just accept any job that's not even to my standard because, hey, hello, I've already lost a portion of my hair a year back because I was tolerating this very shitty company, and I'm not gonna do that again. It's not good for my mental health. This year, I have learned to love myself. And this year, I have learned to prioritize what my heart feels and what my brain thinks is good for me. I told God, I'm losing hope. I don't have any hope. If there's any hope in my heart right now, maybe the hope of one day I'll get the job that I want. And I was like, I needed a pay that's around I needed a company that will at least pay me this much per hour, at least near to my workplace, good management, respectful people. At least you can give me this much hours per week, and not in the hospital, not in aged care, not in areas where I really don't want to work. Do you know what happened after I prayed? I felt lighter. I felt like the burden was just lifted up. I don't know, there's always grace when you stop praying. If you haven't tried praying, pray to God. If you don't know how to pray, just tell to God, hey Lord, I don't know how to pray, but this is what I feel and I need your help. Ask God for direction. Ask God for wisdom. Ask God for people who can help you with your journey. Ask and you will receive. It doesn't happen all the time, but usually in those times when I'm crumbling down from waiting of something that I'm really desperate of having, after praying sincerely, usually that's when the time I receive a lot of interviews or calls. Yesterday I received 2 calls for interview. Today I received 1 for interview. God works in mysterious ways. Be specific with your prayers. Pray for your journey and ask God for help. My last principle is you need to rest and have a proper recovery. Let me say that again. You need to rest and have a proper recovery. You cannot just sleep 4 or 5 hours per night and expect your brain and your body to function every day. You are not a machine, and even machine rusts when it's not taken care well of. There's always one you. My mom will always remind me there's only one you. So take care of your body, because when this brain stops functioning, when you feel ill, the only thing you wish in your life is to have more days when you can live. Before that happens, take care of your body. Rest is very important. If you are feeling burnt out, learn to rest. Okay? Learn to rest. It's okay to rest. It's okay to recover. It's okay to stay away from toxic environment or toxic job. Make sure you have enough recovery. Last year, everything was crumbling down for me. My relationships, my career, my study, money, financially, my safety and security, everything. I didn't have proper recovery. And so my hair started falling and I had alopecia areata. And as my hair loss doctor said, it is stress related. If you saw my video, I posted a video about my hair loss journey. It was terrible. Your body will give you warning signs that you need to rest and that you recover. Because when it starts to crumble, it needs healing, and healing takes time. I understand that life can be challenging. You pursue things that you want to pursue. You make decisions that is not, I should say, usual for everyone. You strive for things that you wanted to strive on. You feel desperate and you feel like failure sometimes. You wish you know something that could help you with your situation back then, but that's life. That's the beauty of life. I've wrote here some lessons. No, not some lesson, one lesson. I've wrote here, success doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. If you want a better life, it usually takes 4, 5, 10 years before you have everything. The bigger your goal, the bigger your struggle will be. Because if it was easy, everyone would be doing it. But that's okay. This is why you need to dream big, because nobody will give you the life that you wanted. Dream big. There's always a struggle, but at least you're struggling for something that will give you rewards sooner or later. So my friend, choose your battles, okay? Before I end this video, I wanted to ask 2 questions. Out of the 9 principles that I have mentioned, which one do you think you are struggling the most in your situation? Or if you have one principle in your life that help you become successful, I wanted to hear it. If it's not part of my list, I wanted to hear it. Comment down below and let me know. Oh, it's already 22 minutes. This video has been running so long. I've been yapping, dude, but thank you so much. Hey, study shows that not everyone will hit like and subscribe. Every time a YouTuber says hit and like and subscribe, study shows people doesn't really do it. So I implore you, if this video has given you something, it's given you hope, and it's given you a brighter idea of what you need to do with your life next, please like and subscribe and comment down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you staying for nearly 25 minutes just to watch this video. I hope for the best, okay? I am rooting for you to achieve everything that you want. Don't let anybody steal away that idea, that future that you are thinking of. Okay, take care of yourself. I'll see you soon. Much love.